Hi, my name is Miriam, and today I'll be talking about who I am. I believe that our perception of ourselves is greatly influenced by the certain ways we behave, but in this presentation, I'll be discussing my deep character, about who I really am. I am often perceived as reserved, as someone who is slow to reveal one's emotions or opinions. I chose to represent this trait with an image of a lily pad. Often, lily pads are merely seen as floating leaves, when really their stems extend way beyond our view. This is a good representation of how I may be perceived as reserved. I may seem self-contained, when in reality I have valuable opinions and a variety of emotions that I just personally choose not to share with others. Next, I offer a glimpse of my personality through an image of gentle waves. This represents how I seem reflective, perhaps just like water. I am often found in deep thought by my peers, and it almost seems as if my emotions and thoughts are like gentle waves. The more I spend time reflecting, the more waves it creates. Sometimes I try to push these thoughts away, but they return just like gentle waves, nudging me to continue reflecting. I am also seen as creative in terms of poetry, art, and ideas in general. Artistic and imaginative, creativity to me seems like the art of origami. Taking a blank piece of paper and folding it into expressive art portrays the process of creativity very well. It captures the value of creativity and the uniqueness that comes along with it. I once read a story in elementary school about a little insect called the mayfly. The mayfly is a well-known symbol of gratitude because this creature only lives for a day or so. Yet during this short life, the mayfly takes in the beauty of the earth and thrives. I chose a picture of a mayfly to represent my next trait, being grateful. To many people, and in my own opinion, I would say that I'm very thankful for all the things I have and appreciative of the kindness shown by others. Even in the face of distress, I managed to show gratitude. Next, I chose a candlelight to represent how I am seen as ambitious. Ever since I published my first book or began working hard to reach my academic goals, a lot of people told me that I had a strong determination to succeed. What people fail to recognize is that ambition for me is sort of like necessary motivation. It's like a candlelight that's guiding me through darkness. Being ambitious provides me with goals, and like a candlelight, it guides me to success. Now that we've seen a glimpse of my personality, it's time to embrace my real self and reveal my deep character. While some of these are personal, I've taken the time to select some traits and images that reflect my true and inner personality. Firstly, I tend to be very hardworking. This trait is conveyed through the image of a flame. This somewhat relates to the image of a candlelight that I mentioned previously. If a candlelight portrays being ambitious, the hard work is the flame. I would say that the flame represents dedication and passion that leads me to work hard in order to achieve my goals. A flame is what keeps my candle burning. It's the key to being ambitious. Next, I chose a sailboat to portray how I'm impulsive. My emotions often influence my actions and decisions, just like how the wind may change the direction of a sailboat. I know how I previously said that I was seen as reflective, but really, part of who I am is being impulsive and following my heart and intuition. I think this contrast is a really good example of how people are complex. Our traits often contradict one another, making us who we really are. I once read a quote saying, "When I'm in nature, everything falls into place. It's as if the mountains know where to stand or how the rivers know where to flow." I chose an image of nature to represent how I'm intuitive. Just like how nature knows what to do, I often rely on my feelings to guide me. Just like all of nature, I'm instinctive. The next image is of a flower growing out of concrete. This reflects how I'm forgiving. Despite the hardships and grudges, I always try to forgive others and to move past hard feelings. While for some people, forgiveness requires careful thought, for me, it's a deeply personal act that comes out of growth and almost instinctively. And finally, my deep character includes being passionate. Passionate about writing, psychology, the environment, reading, learning, and so much more. To represent me being passionate, I chose an image of tree roots because I strongly believe that passion is the root of all. Previously, I mentioned that I was perceived as creative, but now that I'm going in depth and revealing my true self, I'd say that passion is the root to all of my creativity, ambition, and individuality. With that being the last trait, I would say that overall, the self-discovery has led me to learn a lot about who I really am. In the end, who we really are truly surprises us. Thank you for listening.